start to the new week. I used to think of Monday as being the start to the new week, but I've kind of changed to Sunday. It's the new beginning, and here is our wonderful snow. We did not get as much as they predicted, but we certainly got a nice covering. I don't know, maybe a couple of inches or less. I don't think really there's more than maybe a couple of inches, but looks pretty, and it is freezing cold. We do have super freezing temperatures. It's pretty bad. So cold enough that you want to stay in the house. I think it's in the single digits still. We're supposed to get up to maybe 23 degrees, which is not going to be, you know, very warm. Up and going and ready. We have leftover pizza to eat today, so I don't have to worry about doing any cooking. My husband will watch football. I'm not all that interested right now. The Cowboys, you know, are out, but that's my team right now, and they're not in it anymore, so I'm kind of not too hepped up on watching the football. So I will go paint. I will do some painting on Suzanne's denim jacket. So my outfit of the day is a Universal Studios little number, and I got it many years ago when we went to Universal in Florida. And I really enjoy it. It's super warm, so it's good to wear on days like this. So I'm gonna go in because it is chilly, and I need to check Dusty's food. His food and his water are down. So even though he's not really our cat, we're just feeding him because he comes around, but he is not friendly at all. But we'll see what happens in the spring. You never know. All right, let me go get busy. All right, everybody, back to art and back to the jacket. If you've been following me, you know that I'm working on an Alice in Wonderland denim jacket for my daughter to wear to Festival of the Arts, if it all works out for us to get to go in February. So I have just now finished, I think, the Mad Hatter. And this is what it looks like, or what he looks like, with the teapots surrounding him. And my inspiration for this picture came from the original movie poster, which I enlarged that so that I could see it a lot better. But I told Suzanne it's not the colors that he really is. So I had to go to this picture to get the colors of what he really looks like. And I like that particular picture too. And also looked at the original movie picture. I didn't realize that his face was so pink. I really didn't get his face as pink as it appears in this particular picture. But even in this one, he's kind of got a red tint to his face. But I don't know that I really want to go that red in the face. I think I'm going to keep it more natural. I don't know. I can't remember in the movie if his face was that pink. I don't know. But anyway, I got the little teapots from, let me see if I can find it real quick. This picture, which was kind of blurred a little bit, but this was a quick shot of from the movie of the little teapots that dance, and then the steam that comes out the spout of the teapots. So for the steam of the teapots, I just kind of made circular motions, and then when you get far away from it, it's not all that noticeable. It's really subtle. It's also subtle in this picture as well. So, you know, I didn't do it exactly quite the same as those, but they were my inspiration anyway for that. And then let me go to the original movie poster if I can find it. Okay, here's the original movie poster. And then I blew up that section right there of the Mad Hatter. And you can see how the colors, you know, whoever did the movie poster, it was kind of a modern, swirly different colors from the original movie, which I love it. I think this movie poster is cool. But Suzanne liked his, the way he was sitting there. So we took that and then went from there to looking at, sorry, I'm getting off of pictures, from looking at the clothing colors, and then I try to get those original clothing colors onto him. I'm telling you, it is a lot of mixing going on, which is fun. I really enjoy mixing. And this is what my paper plate looks like when I get through mixing. I've got a mess here. My sister had given me this. It is to hold your water, and it also holds the paintbrushes up out of the water so that they're not just always sticking in there, you know. It'll hold it on those little indentions. And then I think you can also do it on the sides because there's a drain section down here, but I've never hung them on the outside because I'm afraid I'd make a big mess. But anyway, I think that doing that and leaving those in there while I'm painting has been really helpful. So this all comes apart section by section, and I've really enjoyed using these, and I'm really thankful to my sister for giving me, I mean, you can just use a jar of water, of course, but this is just a extra little cute thing to use for an artist, which I think is kind of neat. Again, I'm going to brag on these paints. These are the best paints in the world. They are just acrylic. I use them in conjunction with some of my fabric paints down here that I've got. I mix them a little bit most of the time, but just using these alone, you know, I've used them on other things, canvas bags and other stuff like that. But anyway, if you are an artist or if you like to paint and you love acrylic, I highly recommend this company, and I ordered it from Amazon. And I'm thinking, if I'm thinking right, it was like, it may have gone up by now. I could check and see and put that on the screen. But they used to be like $24 or something, which is cheap to me for acrylics. And like I said, they may have gone up because I've gone through 2 sets of these, and then one set that was almost empty I gave to Suzanne to let her take to her school so that the kids could finish those out. But I mean, the rainbow of colors, the variety is spectacular. So I'm just really thrilled with these paints, these acrylic paints. So anyway, I'm going to take a break. I'm going to go have some dinner with my husband, and yeah, I'm going to stop for today because this took me most of the day today. I worked on the teapots a little bit yesterday, but Mr. Mad Hatter took me, and I don't know why he took me so long, but I don't know if it was just the variety of color that kind of stomped me, and maybe the way he's sitting was difficult for me to do because, you know, I've told you that I take a picture, a drawing of what I see on a good piece of drawing paper, and of course I can't cut it out completely because of the intricacy, the details that are on the inside. But anyway, if I can get an idea on paper and then cut it out, and I use that to trace around so I can get the position correctly. And then of course I have to go in there and then draw the details, and I do use a Sharpie. I go in and draw the details with a Sharpie and then start filling it in with paint. You know, that's, if you want to say I'm cheating, that's the only kind of cheating I'm doing, is drawing, cutting out, and getting the correct size. I just have to. It's just a have to kind of thing. If you're new and you haven't seen the rest of the jacket, I'll turn it over here in a minute and show you the whole thing. And then the rest of you that have stayed with me, bless your hearts, I'm sorry. I know you're going to get sick of seeing this, but it has been such a fun challenge, and I've enjoyed it. And we're going to have so much fun wearing our hand-painted clothing to Disney World in a couple of weeks. So, yeah, it has been great fun. Good morning, everyone. It is Tuesday, and I am up and going and getting ready for the day. We still have snow, but we did have school this morning because the roads are pretty compacted and they're driven on enough that I think they felt good about going ahead and having school. Plus the plows kind of got to do their work yesterday. So I didn't do a whole lot of videoing yesterday because my husband was here, which that doesn't really matter. He doesn't care if I do this, but you know, I just kind of feel more comfortable when I'm by myself. I don't know why. Anyway, so I had to take him to work, of course, and I'll probably want to go get him. I told him, please don't walk at this time with the snow. There might be some icy spots, and I want everybody to be healthy, well, and safe before we embark on this trip next Saturday. It is slated for not this Saturday, but next Saturday. So we're starting to get excited about it, and it's looking like it's coming together. So I want everybody to stay well and be able to have a really nice time. So I changed my clothes this morning. I am wearing a Disneyland, actually, hoodie jacket, zip jacket that I got the last time we were in Disneyland, which has been now, oh my word, has it been 3 years ago? I'm starting to lose when we go, because we used to be able to go, when I was still teaching, we would go every year at Christmas, and then after I retired, we've had to move it to every other year, and sometimes it has been a third year because of various things that happened, COVID and all that kind of stuff. So I'm starting to lose. When did we go last? In Disney World, I'm going to have to look this up. We haven't been to Disney World, man, in, oh goodness. I'm going to have to look. Anyway, this is a Disney World trip going for the Festival of the Arts, which is why I am painting Suzanne's Alice in Wonderland jacket so she can wear that. So I am ready to go paint and get started today, but I just thought I would share with you what I had on. I love Disney stuff to wear around the house. It's always really pretty good quality and a little pricey, I think, but isn't everything at Disney a little pricey these days? Anyway, and it's nice and cozy and warm. It's still cold here. I'm freezing around the house, so I could turn up the heat, but it's okay. I can be a little bundled up and leave the heat low. What do y'all leave yours on? I do 72 for winter, and I do 71 for summer. I know that sounds kind of strange, but yeah, that's what I keep it on. 72 so that the heat won't come on a lot, and 71 so that the air conditioner won't come on a lot. You know, I try to help my husband keep expenses down as much as possible. So anyway, I did do my Swiffering this morning, got that all done. I'm glad that is finished and done. And so I talked to Suzanne a little bit. They did not have school again today because the plows that work around their school were down. So, and they got a lot more snow than we did. They got like nearly 8 inches, where we only got, I think we got 3, maybe 2.5, 3 inches. So that's a big difference. So she's out again today. So we visited a little bit this morning, and that was kind of fun that she was home and able to visit. So now I think I'm ready to go get started on my painting. Today is going to be, I think, the March hare that I'm going to work on, because I finished the Mad Hatter yesterday. And I just left my hair pin curled up. My hair is driving me nuts. I think part of it is due to the fact that there's a lot of electricity in the air, and my hair is very fine, so it just kind of flies out like this and stays up. And it's longer than it's been in years, and I'm about done with it. It's just, I've been losing a lot of hair again. I don't know what the reason is for that. That's been kind of a concern. I don't know if I'm like towards the end of menopause. I don't know if that's part of it or not, but it's concerning every time you wash your hair and I have this little thing that I put over the drain to capture my hair so that it won't stop up our drains. And there's always a pretty good puddle in the little catcher. So it's always concerning when you're losing hair. I don't know what it is. People say, I can't tell you're losing hair. Well, you can't maybe, but because I fix it and put my hands through it, my ponytail's thin again. I had this a few years ago because I think I battled COVID again. I was never officially diagnosed with it, but I think I had a little touch of COVID a few years ago, a couple of years ago, and I lost hair. And the very first time I had COVID, I lost a lot of hair. It was bad. So I think it's time to have a cut. I think I want to go maybe right in here. I started to say chin length, but I think that's going to be a little too short. I think I want a good inch or inch and a half off. Yeah, I think that would help it a lot to feel better and be a little bit more manageable, because it's just been kind of a mess. Suzanne and I both, we talked about that we're sick of our hair right now. I think you do that when you head towards spring. You get tired of how your hair looks and you're ready for a new cut of some kind. And my hair, nobody knows it because I straighten it, but it's very, very curly. And there's not a whole lot you can do with curly hair. So that's another thing that's kind of a problem, is trying to decide what do I want to do with the hair. I'm also trying to decide this week if I want to get out on Thursday and go meet my sister. We usually have a sister's day every other Thursday, and we have not had one since before Christmas. So I would kind of like to see her again. So I'm going to see if she wants to get together Wednesday or Thursday, if she's going to be around. And tomorrow, Joe Taco, the food truck, is coming, so I'm not going to have to worry about cooking tomorrow. Yay! And if I go Thursday with my sister, I'll bring something home, so I won't have to worry about that. And then Friday, Suzanne's got a chiropractor appointment, and so she's going to bring something home Friday. And Saturday, we'll be in the city all day because we have a nail appointment first and then a hair appointment. And this time, I'm going to bite the bullet and have my nails done. I have not had a gel or a dip powder, and I'm going to try to avoid the dip powder. But I'm going to do a gel because I want my nails to stay looking good for the trip. And then we'll see how they fare. I have cut them off right down to the quick. They used to call it cutting them to the quick, which is the end of your skin, because they have just been so brittle. It could be the weather, I don't know, but I take a vitamin for hair, skin, and nails. I don't know that it's really doing any good. I don't know. But anyway, yeah, that's what is up. And if there's anything that goes on today, I will let you know. So I've been sitting here about an hour and a half. I've been working on the pieces for the March hair, and then the little mouse in the teacup that goes twinkle, twinkle. I don't know what his name is, but anyway, I think it's kind of cute. So I'll show you what I'm doing so far and what it will look like hopefully when I'm finished. This is my inspiration piece for the March hair. However, the colors are not exactly true to what is on the movie. So I had to go look for actual colors from the March Hare in the movie. So we'll go with more those kind of colors and not quite as bright as this is. And then for Teapot, that was my inspiration for him. I thought he's pretty close to what the movie looked like. So I had to get the March Hare drawn off. I got him drawn off. And then of course I put him down and I trace around the outside edge, but then I have to go in and fill in the details myself. Same thing on the teapot with the little mouse. Got that drawn off, and I ran out of paper right here. So I just had to make up what the top was going to look like. So of course I've got my drawing to look at, so that's not such a big deal. But the only thing I'm hoping is that this is not really off scale, because the teapots that the Mad Hatter and the March Hare are using are pretty small. And then here we've got this giant teapot that the mouse is in. So I hope that's not totally, completely, well, it is out of proportion, but I don't know. I guess it'll be all right. I don't know. Anyway, so then in a minute, I say in a minute, probably be 2 or 3 hours later, I will be doing the birthday cake, either here on that pocket or here, one or the other. And then I'm not sure what I'm going to do on the other one. I had thought about putting him on the pocket, but then I changed my mind because I didn't know what else I would put with the March Hare beside him. So anyway, I kind of changed my mind on that, but maybe it will be okay. I may have to ask Suzanne what she wants on the other pocket. But all right, we are ready to get this painted. Good morning, everyone. I am finally ready to work this morning. I've been rearranging my bedroom. Well, sort of, but not really. Let me show you what I've done. Spring cleaning, and I've already had an urge to make changes. So as you've seen in the past, my bed in my master bedroom has always been angled in the corner, which I loved forever. And I don't know, something was bugging me the other day, and I just didn't really like where the rug was placed, because it's always up against this little vanity that I have here that I don't ever use. This actually opens. It could be the best little makeup spot, but I don't come in here and put on my makeup. Maybe someday when I get older, I might. But it's an antique that I bought in an antique store many years ago, and I love it. I don't want it to go anywhere. But I've always had the carpet it angled so that it's like right in here. And the other day I kind of tripped over it, and I thought, okay, I've got to make some sort of change. So here's what I did. So I went ahead and straightened up my bed so that it's in the center of the room, equal with my painting that I did long ago when I was a college student. So I don't know if I like it or not. Tell me what you think. If you've watched my videos in the past and you know kind of how my bedroom looked. The only thing about this is I've got this heavy chair that we used to have in our old house 20 some odd years ago. And it's a great chair because nobody ever sat in it. So I definitely don't want to get rid of it, but it makes it kind of heavy in that corner. And I tried it over here in this corner, and of course it's not going to make any difference because everything's equal now. So it's either going to make that corner heavy or it's going to make this corner heavy. And my husband likes to have things to put his devices on when he comes in here to get ready for bed. So I thought, well, if I put the chair over there, then I don't know. Anyway, I tried it. I tried it with the chair over there. I tried moving the bed over so that it wasn't in the center, because that fan is not centered anyway in the ceiling. Whoever did this, I would like to, Oh, well, that's just my thing. You know, I'm an OCD, so everything has to be centered. So that fan should be centered with the light fixture, and it should fall right in the middle of that painting. Oh my goodness. Now you know how OCD I really am. So anyway, I can't do anything about the chair. I've thought about putting it in other places in my house. I really don't have room. So it's either here or say goodbye to it, or don't worry about that being heavy in that corner. Do I ever sit in that chair? No, never. Now, people who come to visit, sometimes Suzanne will come in here and sit in it while she's talking to me. My sister has come in here when she stayed with me and sat in there and talked to me while I got ready or while we were doing stuff. So it is used, just not necessarily by me. Anyway, like I said, it's going to make either that corner heavy or that corner heavy. And I don't want my husband to have to bump his legs against the chair. You know, I don't really care. It doesn't matter to me. I can put my phone on the chair at night, and if I need it, it's right there. Y'all tell me what you think. Should I go back to the bed in the angled, which was really kind of driving me crazy, and yet I liked it because it was different. I even thought about putting the bed this way, but then that's going to put me really in the corner and my husband angled where he can't see the TV, because our TV is right up here. This is really a armoire for a TV. You're supposed to be able to put the TV in here, you know, and watch it. But no, what do I have in here? Clothes. My sweaters are tucked away in here. So there is no room in the end for a TV. So that's why I have put it on top of the armoire. It's a little high, but it works because you can see it from the bed. It's not a big deal. Yeah. Everything else I've left alone. I wanted to also show you my little outfit. This came from the Riley girls, and I just thought it was absolutely adorable. It looked so comfortable. It could be worn out around the house, whatever. Anyway, I just thought it would be a cute addition for spring, even though spring is not here. It's warm, but it's not too warm. And I've been kind of hot today. I don't know what is the matter with me. I've been kind of sweaty, so this has felt good. So anyway, this is just a new little outfit that I had gotten from the Riley girls. So anyway, some of you people out there who are interior designers, or you're really good at design, and I am not, and I will admit it. Even though I love art, I'm just not that good with design for the house. So tell me what you think. Too heavy? Go back the way it was. I'm afraid my husband's going to come home and go, what did you do? No, he really doesn't care, but you know. So anyway, that's what I was up to this morning. Wasting time when I should be in here painting. So anyway, I've just had spring fever way too early today. We still have snow. This is what it looks like outside. We have been in the freezer. It's dripping now. It's starting to melt. But, yeah, we still have some snow. I think we got about 3 inches, no more than that. Maybe 2.5 to 3, I'm not really sure. But it's warming up today. It's going to be in the 50s. A little windy, so I don't know about walking, but yes, I love to look out and see the snow and somebody's little footprints. I don't know whose little footprints those are. Could be Dusty's. I don't know. So anyway, that is what's going on with the weather. We are supposed to get in the freezer again Saturday. And Saturday, Suzanne and I have a hair and nail appointment. But as you can see in my living room, there is no room for a chair. I'm kind of around the wall heavy. Really and truly, this is my mistake. I should not have gotten this chair in the corner because that was an added expense. I should not have gotten that and brought that other chair in here. But I loved this chair so much, and I thought it went so well with my new furniture that is now going to be 2 years old in May. Already 2 years old. And we still like it. My husband's side, as you can see, has lowered dramatically. Nobody ever sits on this side. And I can't really move the furniture around that much. I used to, my old couch, I would move it over here. And then we had 2 lounge chairs, like the one in my bedroom. And I would angle those and put those here so that he would sit in different places and not give one chair more use than another. But yeah, look at here. Look at the difference between where he's been sitting. I don't know what you can do about that. Unless I move the couch. So, and I could move the couch because the love seat could just as easily go here and the couch there. But it would put Suzanne, she likes to sit here when she comes home. So it would put her with her dad because he's not going to move from his spot, I don't think. Anyway, more things to worry about as spring appears, but as you, or nears, excuse me, but as you can see, yeah, I don't have any room for that chair. I don't want to put it over here because that's where I put my Christmas tree. And we don't use that door. It has a screen on it. I used to open it in the summer, and my husband would say, "Why is that door open?" So I don't open it. It just stays closed. So it definitely could go in that corner, but what is it going to see? I mean, you know, you're not going to be able to see the TV because that chair is in the corner. So, and plus, I don't want it to obstruct my treasured head vase cabinet that my sister got me for Christmas, and I've still got the bow on it. I don't want to move the bow. I think the bow is really pretty because it's a navy blue with snowflakes. Anyway, so yeah, it could go there, but I just, I don't know. I'm furniture heavy, and yet there's nothing that I really want to get rid of right now. I could also, somehow or another, put the chair in here, but then look what my husband has turned my old computer table into. It is now a storage unit for his Cokes. So I don't really want to take that and put it over on this wall, even though you might not see the Cokes as bad from walking through the kitchen. I don't know. Somebody help me. Tell me what I need to do. And I would need to get rid of this sewing cabinet that belonged to John's mother. My sister-in-law gave me the sewing machine that she had. Well, the sewing machine wouldn't work at all. We took it to somebody, and my sister looked at it because she used it of a Viking. It wasn't a Viking. It was one of those that was like a Viking. Anyway, it didn't work. So now I'm stuck with a sewing cabinet that I really don't need, that I've used, and I can't really use it as a table for painting. You know, I've never tried it, but it's going to open up the other way anyway. So it wouldn't open out that direction. It would open towards the door. So that's really not going to work. I don't know. I need to get out of this spring fever business because it's not going to happen. It is not time to start getting spring fever and wanting to move everything around. Are y'all like that? Do you move furniture around in your house? I would like to more than I do, but every time I change things up, my husband kind of goes, why did you do that? So I kind of try to just leave it alone. All right, let's go see what I've been doing on my painting, and I need to get busy again. This is what I'm up to today. This is what I did yesterday. So we're halfway through the March hare and the little teapot with the little mouse that is inside of it. So now I've got to work on the jacket, that teapot and teacup, and then I'll be ready to move to the pockets. And then of course I need to finish this teapot because it's going to have some decorations on it. And I need to make this a little bit, it's got too much of the denim showing through, so I'm going to give it another coat so that it will be, you know, the right color. So that's what we are up to today. Okay, I think I have the March hare and the teapot with the little mouse all finished. It came out a little bit darker than I wanted it to, but I'm afraid if I keep layering, it's going to get crusty. So I think I'm going to leave it at that. And yeah, I think we're going to move on to the next thing. All right, my inspiration for the next picture is this little picture of the unbirthday cake. And I'm going to put it right here on the pocket. And I think I'll do it under the Mad Hatter. So here's the vision of the cake, and yeah, I think we will get started on that. And then I haven't decided about the other pocket. I think it's going to be either a teacup or a teapot. Maybe a teacup, I don't know. I saw a really cute teacup set here, but of course this wasn't in the movie Alice in Wonderland. This is just a little set that I saw on the web. Maybe a little bit too modern for what I'm doing, but I do think it's cute. So I don't know, we'll see. I don't know about the colors either. I'll see what I can come up and find. I may have to do some more research before I decide on a teacup. All right, let's go do the cake. Well, good morning, everyone. It is Thursday, and I am in the city. I'm going to meet my sister today, and we're going to have some adventures, maybe. We'll have breakfast or lunch, whatever she chooses, and there are 4 estate sales. It's quite windy today, though. It's gusting over 30 miles an hour, so I don't know what we're going to do about that. I brought a ponytail holder because I do not want my hair flying off to the next town. And I'm really looking forward to a haircut. I think it's time. I've enjoyed this length, but I think it's time. So Saturday that will happen. So I'm looking forward to seeing my sister. She'll be here soon. And I'm currently writing down all the places that there are estate sales. And I will bring you along for as much as I can, when I can, video. And then I have a grocery store purchase that I need to make. I need to go to a shoe store and to see about some Hoka sandals for the trip. And what else would we do? I don't know. We'll just see what we can be up to. So come along and join us. All right, everyone. Here's my sister. Doesn't she look pretty? We are ready to spend the day together and have some adventures. We always enjoy our days. So here we go. So we decided to have Mexican for lunch. So we're eating in a place called El Patron. And I really like it. And my sister likes it. So that's what we are having today.
I can't tell what I think that is.
Hot sauce. All right. This is what I'm having. A chili relleno, a cheese enchilada, rice and beans, and it is delicious. How's yours?
My stuffed sopapilla is wonderful.
Oh, good.
You can tell. I've already eaten most of it.
Good. And you got some queso.
Queso.
Looks good.
Salad, rice, and beans. It's good.
Very good. Other estate sale was pretty busy, so I did not do hardly any filming at all, but I got 3 things and I can show you later. This is estate sale number 2, so we will see what they have. Well, this one was okay. It was just so close that I really couldn't take photos. I haven't done a good job about taking photos.
The rooms are really tiny.
Really little. But Jeanette found a necklace with some natural pearls and a crystal bow. I didn't get anything this time. I saw a couple of things, but I passed. So that was 2. Shall we go to 3?
Yes.
Estate sale number 3. And we'll see what it does.
I like that planter.
It's a nice planter. I don't know about $50 though.
No.
$20. Yeah.
Thought there might be a chance it might have it.
Say anything about dishwasher safe or anything.
Yeah.
This reminds me of my deal that I made.
Uh-huh.
And that's just got them set in there. I guess I could ask them.
So you can do oil and vinegar. Each put oil in one and vinegar in the other, and they match, don't they?
Yeah?
Yes.
Is that what I need to get her?
Want me to go ask?
Sure. Because Suzanne has been looking at these, and I think she was interested in that. Okay, this one is interesting. I did find, Suzanne, I showed you those oil and vinegar glass containers.
Yeah, we love to do this when we have time. We just.
It's cute. I love French doors.
Oh, you got it. I'm naming it with. There's jewelry in here.
Was there really? Oh my goodness. Yeah.
There's some that's broken.
Uh-oh.
They were both nurses.
Oh, they didn't know there was jewelry in it?
Hello? You going okay? Ten.
There are not as many people here, so I can take a few photos. Nice big closets in this one. But the old border, which I have in Suzanne's bathroom, but you don't see the border too much anymore. At one time, beautifully decorated in the 80s. I would think this is when this would be. Oh yeah, this is where I saw office chairs. But I don't think that they're in too good a shape. Hey, this is going to be really interesting. We are going to get to ride a little cart up to the house. How fun. So beautiful down here, and it's gotten kind of junky, hasn't it? Anyway, this is called the Bishop Hills Estate, and this one's so high up on a cliff that we had to have a ride.
John has bought 50 million of those. Well, you know how many you saw already.
Yep. That office chair has seen better days. Books galore. So he's going to have it seen about. Isn't that something?
Yeah.
The chandelier. And then we get to go downstairs if we want to. Oh my word. Oh, look at the clothes. Cute. Oh my goodness.
And so some people will they'll hang it on fishing line so it.
That's a nice office chair. Oh my goodness. Here is a Tiffany lamp. Do not enter, but look at the beautiful doors. I had to come and see the Tiffany lamp. $124.50. Interesting. I had to go see the Tiffany lamp.
Okay.
The yarns are just, of course, it's might look different in the summer, but
I don't think so, because they're bare.
how about this chair? $428.50 for the cowhide chair.
Oh, this is
$1.8. Let's see how much it is. It is $16.98.50 for this. Okay. Many things here are extremely expensive. So I think this is just going to be a look.
Here's another order.
But that's okay. Oh,
Let me send with the salt and pepper.
okay. How much is it?
$48.
Oh, but it has two more things.
Yeah, but say,
Yeah. That looks old, doesn't it? It's pretty. Picture out the window. Look at the stained glass. Oh, look at Mickey Mouse stained glass. $88 for Mickey Mouse at the kitchen window.
it's still in there.
What a view while you're washing dishes.
Yeah.
Oh my word, what on earth? How come it hasn't exploded? I love the turquoise. That would be modern for today.
Yep. I have no clue what that matters.
So that was your mother-in-law's china.
That's the little thing for tonight.
Okay, y'all. I have to have these. They're bird plates, and there's different birds on each plate. Oh my word,
You know what
they
I'm
sure
talking
are.
about?
Yes, they are.
I guess the question
Look at
is,
that.
does that go with that?
Well, they're
But
priced
it's
on separate, and she didn't think her daughter would use this part of it.
I don't want it, but look at that. Isn't that pretty? That looks old.
Remember how Mary Helen Cooper used to have furniture like this?
I'm not sure looking in this other one.
Okay.
I'm gonna go back this one.
The shower. It's cool. It's nice.
Yep.
Gosh. Now we've got an Alice pot. Kind of like that. Not that. It's similar. But yeah, that's Alice in Wonderland. Oh my gosh. How about that? Did you know? And look how much it is. $324.50 for an RCA Victor.
Yep.
Wow. And then the radio. And then another radio. Oh my word. And a little record player. And a Victrola. And poor baby doll. This furniture that has horses embroidered into the seat, the leather. It's worn, but that's pretty cool. And then a quiet steer. Yeah, what is that? Nothing, just the box.
Are you done with everything? Did you see this?
Take a second look.
Tony,
Yes.
did you see this?
Still hauling people. There's two of them. One in gunmetal and one in white. This is quite the place. Here's some golf clubs and a bag. I would not want to take care of this yard. Oh my word, look at the luggage. The old luggage. Oh my word. Old luggage.
Oh, good for you. Those are those old train cases. But a lot of this stuff is just ruined.
It is. I like the top of it. And the top is separate from the bottom.
Right.
And it's lined.
Looks like mothers.
They're old stuff. There could be.
Because it had that on it.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Mm. And those are, well, that one's 98. This one's 88.
Never been to school, probably remember.
Wow. Old dressers. Especially that have drawers there.
Yeah.
And then the unusual mirror. That is cool. I don't know what you thought, but I thought it was cool.
What?
I thought it was cool.
Oh, that place? Oh, my
Yeah.
goodness.
But like you said, how would you ever fix that up? It was just,
It would cost over $1 million to fix it up.
and it's so sad because we remember growing up, Bishop Hills was the most gorgeous, beautiful. And it's just all run down.
It is.
But I enjoyed going. That was fun.
So what happened to make Bishop Hills run down? Was it when the fire went through here?
Could have been. I mean, everything's just gotten so old.
Yeah.
Everything gets old.
Yeah.
But anyway, that was fun. Good morning, everyone. It is Friday morning, and I'm just now getting up and getting around. But I thought I would jump on real quick and show you what I got yesterday at the estate sale. So I picked up this little blue jay because we have a lot of blue jays in our yard. That means a lot to me. And when I turned it over, it is a Napco wear, which Napco is the same company that makes my head bases. And it is numbered, and it still does have the silver tag. So I thought, well, that would be kind of neat to have, since that's something that I've also had a very small collection of little birds. I have them up above my TV. But anyway, I thought he was beautiful. It's more of the, matte finish, which I kind of like in a way. Some of the pieces that I have are more of a highly polished, but I really like the matte because it makes it look a little bit more realistic. And then at one estate sale, we were looking, or I had been looking for some little oil and vinegar pieces for Suzanne. She was interested in those, so I got these for her, and I'll see if she wants them. They're all glass. They're not crystal or anything, but they do need a good washing, so I'm going to give those a wash. And then I saw this sitting on a cabinet, and I thought, okay, it's got to be Fitz and Floyd. And I have a small collection of Fitz and Floyd here in my bowls. And of course, I've got stuff all over them right now, so they don't look very pretty. But this is not part of this collection, of course. This is a different grouping, but it does have fruit, and fruit is kind of a thing that I collect also, because when we moved into this house, it had the fruit wallpaper that is still there 23 years later. And I had fruit wallpaper at my home in our previous home. So I've just kind of kept with the fruit thing because I actually do really like the fruit. But here is the stamp of the Fitz and Floyd. and this one is called Fitz and Floyd's Essentials, and it's handcrafted in China. I don't know, you know, well, I don't know why Fitz and Floyd is popular, because it is made in China. But anyway, I just thought that would be pretty, and if I ever see any other pieces that have this on it, the lattice work, I do think those are really, really pretty. And then I've been looking for vases for my niece. I found her a really pretty one, and of course my sister took it to her. That was something that she asked for on her list of things to look for at estate sales. So we thought this one was really pretty, and it is lead crystal, and it still has its tags, the 24% lead crystal tags on it. So I thought that was kind of neat. And I thought, Laura, you do not need any more dessert or salad plates, but look what I did. And they are birds, and they are beautiful. And each plate is different. They were a little pricier, a little more than I really wanted to pay, but when you go on Thursday, you pay full price. I don't really remember the prices of these things. I think the bird was $5. I think these were $4 a piece, so $8 for that set. This one, I don't think it was much. I think it was less than $5. I really don't remember. I know the vase was $8, and then each of the plates were $6.50 a piece. So that was a little pricier than I usually pay when I'm going to an estate sale. But I knew I wouldn't be back Saturday because of our appointments. We will be back to back with nails, pedicure, manicure, and then our hair appointment. So there was no way we were going to be able to get back to these sales. So these plates they're called Morning Song American Atelier at Home. They are porcelain, oven, dishwasher, microwave safe, also made in China, and they are numbered. There's a number there. So anytime I can find something that goes in the microwave, I would like to keep those and have them. And then there was a set of colored pencils, and I got these for Suzanne to use at her school. She can have them for herself, or she can give them to a student that works really hard and maybe they just need some colored pencils of their own. She can give those to them. So anyway, I need to go through my collection of salad plates and look for the ones that are not dishwasher safe and rethink those, because I usually don't use them if I have to hand wash them. And sorry, I have got so much junk up here. I am so sorry. It's just ridiculous. I need to clean this area up. But anyway, yeah. I have got this many salad/dessert plates. I need to move this somewhere else. And this matches all of these things up here. That's why I keep it in here. But yeah, I need to go through these and think about not keeping the ones that are not dishwasher safe, because I like I said, I'm not going to use them if they're not. But anyway, I thought that I would show you what I had gotten, and I think they were pretty good finds for the price. So anyway, not everything was for me, which is good. I like to buy for other people too. So yeah, that was my stash from the estate sales. All right, y'all, I am still in the moving around furniture mode, and my PestCon man just came, so I had to wait until he moved, or till he got through spraying. We have a quarterly spraying because we live so close to the country, and there's so many little creatures and insects and all kinds of stuff, so we do have our house sprayed quarterly. So anyway, I moved the recliner that was in my bedroom in here, and I moved the leather chair that was there that does not recline into my bedroom. It's easy to move because I put little furniture pads underneath all of my furniture, so it's easy to move. But anyway, now I don't have that ominous cream colored chair in the corner, which was about, it was 8 inches wider than this one. So I think that I like this setup a little bit better. It still doesn't give me a side table because I sleep on this side of the bed, but that's okay because my husband uses the side table a whole lot more than I do. And someday I would like to have a side table, but I would need to get rid of one of the chairs. And I am not going to get rid of this chair because I love it. And even though it's chocolate brown and not really a part of my furniture decor in here, I think it's kind of nice to break up the pattern of all cream with a darker piece. Now, the ottoman is not going to fit in front of it, and I think that's why I didn't put it in here before. But I thought, well, let's just put it in front of the bed, and you know, I can sit down, put on shoes or whatever, lay things on it. I could put a blanket on top of it, something, and it would kind of pull that color into the front of the bed. Plus, it pulls the dark plantation shutters and my mirror and the darkness of our doors and stuff in. So what do y'all think of that? You think that's better? Let me know if this looks a little bit better. And I think I liked having the lounger in here because when we do have company, which is pretty rare, we don't have a lot of family, so, and they're busy, so they don't come a lot. But when they do come, I like for everybody to be comfortable, you know, so we have good seating with the furniture that my husband got me 2 years ago. And then now we've got that cream colored recliner, which matches the carpet over here. And then in that corner, we've got the little chair that I just thought I had to have because I love the colors in it, over in this side, kind of by the, what I call the library shelves, which don't have very many books, but they have a few, they have a few. So I think that I like this setup better, and I'm just gonna leave everything else where it is right now. Now I got an ottoman for that because it did not come with one. It would have been another like $500 or I don't know, another $1,000. No, I wasn't gonna do that. So I had an ottoman sitting there that I had ordered from Amazon. Well, I put it over here for right now, or I could put it in that corner because we never opened that door. But for right now, I think I'm just gonna stick it in this corner, and this is where I keep my computer when I'm not using it, or my laptop. And I do have pillows stored in that ottoman, so it is useful. But if I ever did want to put my feet up, then I could turn this chair this way and put the ottoman in front of it and be real comfortable and watch TV with the rest of the family if we needed that much space. So anyway, I think I'm okay with this, with that chair being in here, and it sort of mirrors the furniture that's in here anyway, the leather, because it was leather as well. Anyway, I think it will be okay. All right, let's go paint. I need to paint. So I took this jacket yesterday with me to visit with my sister because she's an artist as well. She likes to paint and she likes to do a lot of creative things. So I took it and I said, okay, tell me what I need to do with the yoke. And she said, very much so, do not cover it. Because she said, you're gonna lose your characters down here. I agree. So she said, because I was telling her about the cluster of flowers and the daisy and the mushrooms and stuff like that. So she said, well, go ahead and do your cluster of flowers, but just do it in a corner of the jacket. So I said, well, how about doing the opposite of the Cheshire Cat because he's so big. How about doing that cluster of flowers? And I'll show you what I'm talking about in a minute. Right there in this corner, and just putting a little daisy in the label area, or whatever that is, that patch. And then over in this corner, maybe doing mushrooms. Now, she also wanted me to put something on the sleeve, and I can't talk myself into it yet. I'm just gonna have to think about it. I'll also ask Suzanne because she's gonna be home later today. So I could put those little talking flowers, one on each sleeve. I could do that. But I don't know if that's going to be overkill, just, too much. Because, I know there's a lot of characters in Alice in Wonderland, but I don't want to get too ridiculous because it's already kind of ridiculous. And I'm not sure if I've shown you the front that I finished yet, but let's look at it real quickly before I think I showed this already, but I'll go ahead and let you see one more time what the front's going to look like. So the Mad Hatter on this side, March Hare, and the little mouse in the teacup on this side. I still think I got the March Hare a little bit too dark. I could put a glaze on top of it and make it lighter. We'll see what Suzanne thinks. And then on the pocket, I have the birthday cake, and then a little cup. And actually where I got this from was, I believe it was a pen, one of those collector Disney pens. It was a cup from that, and so I took those colors because they kind of had the same colors as the unbirthday cake, plus it has the same colors as the little teapot up here at the top. And the only thing I wasn't thinking about when I did this, and I want to smack myself for not thinking about this, but I covered up the main heart of Steam. You see the other two, which is okay, but the flap is going to cover up that heart. Nothing I can do about it now. And then I also kind of covered up the flame on the candle of the unbirthday cake. That one I'm not so upset about necessarily, but I am kind of bummed about the steam on the coffee cup. All right, so let me show you where I got the inspiration for the teacup. So here is the teacup that's on the pen. You can tell that it's a pen because it's enamel wear, and I thought I just kind of like the colors in it, so I thought it would be fine for that. And then the unbirthday cake came from this drawing that I had found on the internet. And it was as close as I could find to the original birthday cake from a screenshot in the movie. It was as close as I could get to it. All right, so now what I need to do is go to the back of the jacket and do the, whatever this is called, this wire, this rope-like thing that goes on his little smoking machine. So I've got to get that on there before I can do anything else. All right, here we go. Valentine's gift a little early.
Oh my goodness. Alice in Wonderland. Did you know I saw this?
You did?
Where'd you see it?
I'll have to tell you about it.
Was it on the Disney eBay?
I'll tell you.
Okay.
So what do you think?
I love it.
So you have a lounge fly to go with your jacket.
So cute.
And the back's just plain, isn't it? But the sides have the flower. Oh, it has a flower, doesn't it? Yeah, it has the little mean flowers. I just think those little guys are mean. Kinda. aren't they?
Yeah.
They're kind of different.
They were a little bit mean at the beginning.
Yeah. Anyway, there you go.
I love it.
You're welcome. Want to show me? We're gonna do a before and after. So this is Suzanne before. She's gonna get quite a bit chopped off.
But I'm just gonna get in here.
I really like it.
That looks like supermodel here. Parts, and you're like, wow. But one Robert Redford movie y'all have to see is Suzanne.
Snickers.
Snickers. You think Suzanne? Even Kevin Costner's pretty good in some of these movies. Yes.
Okay, everyone. It's Saturday. We made it through. We are finished with our hair. I know it's dark. You can't see us. Suzanne went pretty short, and I went a little shorter, even though you can't tell. But we are waiting in line at Dutch Brothers to get us a hot coffee. So this area has gotten, we're in the deep freeze again. It is 30, but it feels like 20. It is brutally bitter, cold, and foggy. And then tomorrow it will be 60 degrees. So we're going to do that up and down, 28 degrees.
We'll feel 19.
So we are waiting in line for Dutch Brothers. We're going to get a hot, and then we're going to go pick up our food for this evening, which will be a hamburger for my husband at Blue Sky, and Suzanne and I are going to share a tour of Italy at Olive Garden. So we'll have some nice comfort food when we get home. It's about 6:45, and our evening is winding down.
Almost done.
Alrighty. So here we are in the light. I think you can see us a little bit better, maybe. A little shorter hair. So we're getting ready to enjoy our food and watch something. Movies, something. Okay, and I'll show you what we're having for my plate of Olive Garden. The tour of Italy has fettuccine alfredo, chicken parmesan, and lasagna. And we always choose the salad. And then we get a side of Alfredo sauce to dip the breadstick in. And it's always just absolutely wonderful. Agreed?
It's very good.
Agreed. Morning, everybody. It is Sunday, and we are saying goodbye to Suzanne. She's got to go back to school. Cadaviz is the restaurant of choice today. And here's what it looks like so far. We have chips, and we have hot sauce, and we will probably have fajitas, just like we always do. We really like this place. We think it's really good Mexican food. We're just having quesadillas, and Suzanne and I are changing up. We're not going to have fajitas. We're having a combination of chile relleno, a cheese enchilada, a beef enchilada, a street corn, and papas. So that's really good. So I am getting ready to split this in half. I don't